Hello Crafty creatures, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing another 2-for-1 project with a repurposed canvas. Let me move these bottles so you can see this little tiny thing. This little canvas that I did a pour on with some older paints that had come off another project, but I made a mistake and dropped a box on it. You probably heard me talk about that in another video. Well, I decided instead of just throwing the canvas away, I was going to repurpose it. I painted over it with some plain white paint, and now we're going to repurpose it and going to make a 2-for-1 project with this jar here, which I think this might have had like one of those Starbucks drinks in it or like some other brand of coffee drink, but I figured this little bottle and this little canvas would be perfect together. Now, here's what we're going to be using. I got 5 cups here to do my paints in. Actually, I probably should get 6 because I might need some white. Be right back. Back again in just a few seconds. I decided the one already mixed pouring paint I'm going to use is the titanium white from Pouring Masters. But we're experimenting today as well as repurposing. I was in the Hobby Lobby. There was a big sale on some paints there. These are not them. I'll get to that another time. Definitely going to use those paints, just not today. While I was there scooping up some paint that was on sale, I came across this other brand of paint called Curate and Color that was inexpensive. Doesn't mean it's bad now. Some people say cheap is cheap and you get what you pay for and all that. But just because it's inexpensive doesn't mean it's bad. So I decided I would try these inexpensive paints out. I got 2 sets. I don't know if you can see. Yep, you can see them. I got some metallics and some primary colors. Now these are tempera paints, which I've been told by various sources in my Facebook groups means it's temporary, it's not good for paint pouring. However, Christina did her research, and my research said that temporary paints can be used in paint pouring, but you will need to mix it with a pouring medium. You can also, some of the articles said glue and water. We're going to try it with the Pouring Masters pouring medium. Shaky, shaky, shaky. And then we'll have our white's going to be the ready to pour. But our Curate and Color colors that we're using today, well, I'm using today. I don't know why I keep saying we. You're not here. You're just watching. But I kind of like to say we because like you are here with me as you're watching. Anyway, so I'm just like throwing out some colors there, I'm going to try the bronze, copper, primary yellow, primary red, and primary blue. So I'm going to get started mixing. While I'm doing that, don't worry, I'll speed it up, but we're going to get to mixing paint with some pouring medium. Not sure how much paint I'm going to need, but we'll find out. I shouldn't need too much. Well, if I can get the little tab off of it, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video while I pop these tabs off and get the paint. Okay, Crafty creatures, finally got the little interior tabs off. Now, real quick, in case you didn't notice, which I'm sure you did, because y'all are very discerning folks, the blue and yellow and red are just plain colors, but the copper and bronze, chosen at random, are metallic. And then, of course, the titanium white is also just a plain color. Now, again, I'm going to pour this in here, get it mixed up, and I'll be fast forwarding in editing, so you don't have to sit here and watch the whole thing. But you see the process a little bit. Okay, crafty creatures, done mixing the paints. Now, Pippin, you be quiet. Mama's doing her artwork, bud. Anyway, I realized as I was mixing, because I did about roughly a 1-to-1 ratio, I put about an ounce of paint in each, about another ounce of well, not Floetrol, it's gloss pouring medium. I realized I probably have too much paint here, but you know what? That's okay. I will just save what's left over and use it as like a base or whatever on another project. I've also paused, I don't know if you noticed, but I did pause and get a 6th cup so that I can do this as a dirty pour. Not sure what order we're going to do this in, but you know what? Let's go ahead and start with white. Let's go down the line. Now, the pouring medium did kind of muddy a couple of these colors a bit, but I ain't mad. It's going to be an interesting painting, that's for sure. Pippin, don't you worry about that cat. Let's see. I think I'll go ahead and do one more quick layer of everything, but not a whole lot. Dash of red, dash of bronze, dash of yellow, dash of copper, and another dash of blue. Okay, so now we got our dirty cup. I'm gonna move these other cups to the side here, out of the way. Yeah, I didn't need all this paint, but you know what? I ain't mad. Like I said, I can just keep it aside and use it on another project. But here we go, ready to pour. As you might see here, I do have it sitting up on a little condiment cup so that it's not directly on the canvas because of the type of mouth it has. I am probably going to have to do a little cut once it's dry to separate the two, but that's okay. Let's pour. Yeah, I definitely did not need all that paint. And now, learn a lesson I learned from my last time I poured on a jar that had a bit of a depression on the bottom. I'm gonna do a little bit of stir to try to move some of this paint off. Kind of just encourage it so it doesn't pool. Like it did on the last one. Now that does certainly make for a very interesting, it'll make an interesting bud base. It's definitely some interesting color combination going on here. I'll let this drip for just another minute or so before I take it off here and get started tilting. By the way, I finally filled up my new torch, so we're gonna go ahead and make sure we torch some bubbles off here. Make sure there's no bubbles to mess things up. Gonna have to stand up here to get the back side. I don't know if it's the torch and the heat or what, but I'm getting some like cell action on this side here. And actually over here too. Or at least bubbles popping is making it look like cells. One more quick torch. There we go. Alright. That should do it for the torching. It's kind of wild looking. I'll give it that. Kind of wild. Okay, guess we'll go ahead and get that off of there. Oh, looks like I'm going to have to lift the jar because this can't get my fingers on the cup. Where am I going to put you? I'll just put you over here. Move this cup. And hopefully it'll run down and fix up them spots that I had to touch. Now, I think my White Castle box is pretty much done after this. I'll have to put something underneath this other side here because in case it runs over now. Because I used way too much paint. Let's get to tilting. Yeah, it did kind of muddy it up, but we're gonna get this white across here and see if that helps brighten it up a bit. That's gonna be it for now. I think that tilting is done. Wow, that I made way too much paint. I ain't gonna lie. I know I've said it a couple times, but seeing the way it's pulled on the table here, I made way too much paint. I'm gonna try to capture some of it and put it in a jar or something so that I don't waste it. I mean, it's muddy, so it'll definitely be like a base color or something in another pour. But pop those air bubbles. I guess it doesn't work upside down. That's probably a good thing. There we go. Another quick one over the top. Quick one on the jar again. Well, there you have it, crafty creatures. I've got me a 2-for-1 project here. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, I lost a lot of the blue, and I don't know how well the bronze and the copper are going to come through. Let's see if I can... Nope, my cord doesn't go that far, I'm afraid. I really need to... Can't wait till I get my own place. I stay with my daddy right now, helping him out, saving some money to get that own place so that I have me a proper crafting space one day. But that's it for now. Here about this time tomorrow, maybe, possibly on Monday, I'm going to record the final result. So, see you later. Welcome back, crafty creatures. Just a quick update on yesterday's double project paint pour. I'm here to show you the final results. Here is the painting. Try to get it into some good light for you. Now, it does look a little different from the way it ended yesterday because I played around with it after I turned the camera off, did a few drizzles on it, and it was looking great. And then my bottle slash jar here, I also did some drizzling on that. I was scooping, because I just wasn't quite satisfied with it. And I was scooping paint from like that was puddling underneath and just like drizzling it on there. And it was looking good for a while. Then I was moving it off of the paper, like a packing, like you wrap your packages in, just like a plain brown paper. I moved it off there and it fell over. So I had to fix it again. And as I was fixing it again, I accidentally glopped some on here. And of course I tried to wipe it off very carefully, but it smudged the painting as it was. And so of course I had to fix it again. And like drew some lines in here. I actually kind of like how this turned out. It's kind of a chaos of color, I guess. But a funny thing happened on both of these. There was some white on here. Whatever reason. I don't know if it was because it was the white paint was a different brand. It was already mixed pouring paint, or if it was like because it was mixed with tempera paint. I don't know. But for whatever reason, the like reds and like bronze and coppers kind of leached into the white and turned it this funny pinkish color, like a peachy coral. I don't know. It happened on here. You can see the bronze and copper in places, and so I don't know if it was them. I don't know if it was the red. I don't know if it was a combination of different types of paint, but it happened on the painting here, and it happened on my jar slash bud vase. Oh well. I'll probably keep these in my studio instead of putting like out in my house. Anyway, the painting has some textures on it from like the swirls and stuff, and I actually kind of like that. So now that it's dry enough, I will seal it with some clear coat. I have a Rust-Oleum Ultra Clear that I can spray on here. I also have a semi-gloss. I have a gloss and a semi-gloss. And that's probably what I'll put on here. Because of the narrowness, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get this on my cup turner. I don't know if I have a sponge small enough to do resin on it. But I will seal this either with spray paint, with the spray clear seal, or resin. Real quick. This guy, from my first double pour, I don't think I showed you how it turned out. I did seal this with the spray clear. Yeah, I got lazy. I didn't get the cup turner out. But anyway, I think it turned out very well regardless. It's nice and shiny. It's going to protect this paint coating. And this one still looks fabulous. Hi, Pippin. This is Pippin. This one, not so much. I wish the white had stayed white, and it would look so much better. But I've learned. Now, does this mean don't use tempera paints mixed with paint pouring medium? I wouldn't say that. maybe don't mix the brands. We'll try not mixing the brands next time, see how that goes. But anyway, hi buddy. Thank you, Crafty Creatures, so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up. And hey, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos. Thanks again for watching. Bye!